Well, today is probably the warmest day left this week, so hopefully you're out there to enjoy it. Temperatures are up in the 80s. We're falling through the 70s now, down to 70 in Harlingen, 73 in Raymondville, and 73 in Edinburgh. But most areas will drop through the 60s this evening. Could make it into the upper 50s tonight. Day planner is not looking as sunny tomorrow. There's a weak front rolling in that may kind of park itself over the valley, so not one that's going to bring a lot of cold air tomorrow, but should keep temperatures mostly running in the 70s. Depends on the thickness of the clouds. Parts of the lower valley, if the front doesn't make it down there, may still be in the 80s in Cameron County, but most places in the 70s. And you might see a sprinkle or two begin to pop up in the afternoon if the clouds do thicken up enough. So right now, they're all dry across the valley, mainly clear. A couple high, thin clouds have been kind of just brushing through the skies this evening, but nothing out there thick enough to cause any rain here or even to the north, all the way up through San Antonio, just mainly clear skies. There is a weak front on the map we showed you earlier, just a few minutes into the newscast, and that weak front moves into the valley tonight, starts to pick up the clouds late tonight, so we should be clear up until about midnight, and then later after that, probably looking at clouds, maybe a little bit of patchy fog overnight in spots. But once the front kind of stops, we'll have to see where it stops. It may make it to the southern edge of the valley, may kind of hang a little bit farther north, but south of the front, a better chance of fog toward sunrise. And then tomorrow during the day, clouds will be around. You might see a couple sprinkles, and if this front ends up in the position here by afternoon, it could still make it into the low 80s south of the front, but probably hanging around 70 to 75 most of the afternoon north of the front. And then the front should kind of fall apart tomorrow ahead of the bigger front coming in. The strong front comes in on Thursday morning by around 5, 6, 7 in the morning or so. Once this front hits, this is a real winter cold front where temperatures will drop through the 40s, or rather 50s, maybe into the upper 40s by Thursday evening. So it could be a pretty sharp cool down. We may hang in the 50s most of the day. Once the front passes, chilly weather comes in, gusty winds from the north, lots of clouds, and maybe some sprinkles or drizzle. And again, temperatures probably in the 50s most of Thursday afternoon, but by Thursday evening, we may start to fall into the 40s, especially if there's some drizzle around, keeping temperatures cool. Friday, it looks like the clouds may likely hang on. Some of the models try to say may thin out a little bit, but chilly day on Friday in most areas. The temperatures may struggle to even get back into the low 50s. So Friday may be the colder of the day, but Thursday probably the windiest of the day, especially at the coast. Thursday night could be rather gusty at the coast. Now, future track rainfall, once the front comes through, we're not looking for any big rain, just mainly some drizzle or sprinkles in spots. So you see all the way through Thursday day, Thursday night, looking at just mainly maybe a tenth of an inch or less of rain in most spots. Just not much to go around out there, but just cold temperatures mainly. And as I mentioned, some gusty winds when the front passes. Tomorrow was pretty calm, but by Thursday, see the winds turn to the north and get really gusty. These kind of greenish, yellowish colors indicate about a 20 to 30 mile per hour wind, especially along the coast on Thursday into Thursday evening. So temperatures going down, 70s tomorrow, but 50s on Thursday, and that 58 probably would be lunchtime or so, and then dropping slowly after that. And Friday may not even get much out of the low 50s, if even that high. So cold weather comes in for a couple days. By Saturday, we'll start to turn things around gradually. We'll show you more on that next half hour coming up. So if you want to get outdoors, maybe do a few things on the beach tomorrow. Tomorrow's still a calm day. The wind's not too strong. Temperatures are mainly in the 70s. Water temperatures near 70, and no advisories tomorrow. But tomorrow night and Thursday, we do have some gale watches kicking in, some strong winds expected, but through the evening hours, winds stay calm tomorrow. And there are your tides. A low tide 1:45 in the afternoon, high tide in the evening, and water temperatures mostly in the low 70s. So tonight, mostly in the 60s late this evening. We could drop into the upper 50s late tonight, and some patchy fog could form in some areas late tonight, and as well as some clouds coming in. Tomorrow, probably cloudier than today. Maybe not 100% clouds all day, but clouds the majority of the time, and temperatures in the 70s, but may poke up into the 80s in parts of Cameron County tomorrow. And your first 1570 forecast, after tomorrow, it's downhill. Temperatures in the 50s on Thursday with gusty winds, maybe a few sprinkles or light rain showers. Friday looks mainly cloudy, highs in the low 50s. By Saturday, it starts off cold. If we're lucky, the winds will turn back to the southeast in the afternoon, break up the clouds, at least get us back into the 60s. Sunday, though, is the next big warm-up, highs around 80 or higher, and then it stays fairly warm. We do have a weak front, may drop temperatures a little bit Monday, but overall it looks pretty warm Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as we get into the mid part of December coming up. But we'll keep tracking that strong front and a few others in your first 1-5 forecast. Oscar?